Hey everybody, my name is Monsel and I'm with Nootropedia, and today we're going to talk about how to avoid jet lag with nootropics. So last year in the United States, there was 2.2 billion trips planned across the country, which meant new beds, new time zones, new cities, and a lot of poor sleep and poor rest. And as we know, this affects cognition incredibly bad, and it can make the meetings you have the next day, the work that you have the next day, really challenging. But it can also just make us feel bad as well. So first, here are 3 different side effects of jet lag that you may be familiar with and maybe are new to you. Number 1 is a symptom called dysrhythmia. A 1989 study in sports nutrition found that athletes that were traveling had lack of appetite, malaise, and generally reduced physical performance when they were traveling for some kind of an event. Number 2 is disturbed sleep, and this can come from any number of ways, but one of which is when we move through time zones and our circadian rhythm becomes unaligned and decoupled from the light that we get and the dark cycles that come with nighttime. So if you've experienced traveling across continents, you've probably had this experience. Now, even if you travel in the same time zone, you're going to be in a different bed, one that's unfamiliar, etc. So it's going to disturb your sleep no matter what. When we don't get good sleep, our immune system is immediately weakened. In fact, a number of studies show that a lack of sleep usually impacts immune system more than anything else. And there are many studies to suggest that jet lag or sleep disruptions, even if you get the same number of hours, if it's not the right quality, you will have a weakened immune system while you're traveling. So guys, let's talk a little bit about the nootropics that you can use in order to prevent the jet lag or at least reduce some of the side effects. So number 1 is melatonin, and numerous studies cover melatonin, but 90% of users of melatonin when traveling find that it reduces the symptoms of jet lag. But it's important to make sure you're using the right amount. There's a confusion suggesting that more is better with melatonin, and this simply isn't the case. Dosage in the range of 0.1 to 0.5 milligrams can actually be really effective for increasing the depth of sleep without impacting your next day. Now, this is highly anecdotal, but there is an experience that I've had with my girlfriend who struggles to get good sleep. When she used high doses of melatonin, it actually made her lethargic in the morning, made it hard for her to get good sleep. When she takes small doses, about 0.5 grams, she actually finds that it improves her sleep a lot more. So guys, slow release melatonin usually doesn't work as well as the normal kind, so keep that in mind when you're purchasing for jet lag. So guys, the second nootropic you can use to prevent jet lag while you're on the road is Rhodiola Rosea. And the reason I look to this nootropic is because it's an adaptogenic herb. What this means is the properties of rhodiola improve the robustness of the human system by helping you to adapt to stress. So if you are in a situation which you're stressed out, which usually comes when you're on the road, when you have jet lag, etc., then you might want to use rhodiola. So rhodiola's got a number of functions. Rhodiola can boost immune system, and more importantly, it can reduce fatigue. It's an anti-fatigue agent, and studies with animals show that it can reduce fatigue up to 12 to 14%. So it's a really effective countermeasure if you know your body's going to be in a stressful situation, such as during jet lag. So guys, one nootropic I really like to keep with me no matter where I travel is called activated charcoal. And the reason I take this is because when you're traveling, it's much harder to maintain a pristine diet. It's really hard to get all the foods that you want. But more importantly than that, something you might not have considered is that activated charcoal helps to remove some of the toxins created from a disrupted circadian rhythm. When we disrupt our circadian rhythm, there are endotoxins that are released in our gut, and activated charcoal can help to absorb some of those toxins and prevent any long-term gut problems. So for the purposes of removing jet lag or the problems with jet lag, another nootropic, if you want to call it that I like to use is vitamin C. And vitamin C is a great antioxidant. It does help immune system health, and I take about 2,000 to 3,000 milligrams a day just when I know that my diet is not high in vitamin C and my immune system's already weakened to some degree. So the last couple of options are sleep aids that will help you to sleep a little bit better even if you are using melatonin, and one of them is valerian root. Valerian root is a great sleep aid. It can help reduce anxiety, but it is often used in order to improve sleep, and the same can be said of lemon balm. They have different mechanisms, but lemon balm is a GABA transaminase inhibitor, so you can use these two options for relaxation. I would recommend cycling them or using whichever one works specifically for you. I like lemon balm, my girlfriend likes valerian, so we're each individual. Try and figure out what works best for you if you need help to get to sleep. So guys, that's it. I have enjoyed a beautiful day in New York City. If you want to learn more about different nootropics that you can use to prevent jet lag, go ahead and click the link right here. You'll be taken to a blog post, and feel free to subscribe to these videos. I put them out at least once every 5 days. So again, click here for the article. Go ahead and subscribe. I'll see you next time.